host of the Gridiron.
There we go. And with this here, where did the Giants get their best draft value from the 2024 draft class? Well, I mean, it was pretty well spread out. I mean, because you look at where did they get their best value at? Well, I mean, pretty much it was like, to me, pretty much spread out across the board, right? I mean, you're taking somebody, right, pick 6 and number 1. Well, you want to get some good value out of that. Well, they absolutely did. Knocked it out of the park with Malik Nabers. Now, the thing is that, these guys also got to start staying. It's only been 1 year. I get it, but you want to get a lot of value, and all you guys got to start staying healthy, right? But so where did the Giants get their best value among its 2024 rookie class, draft rookie class, right? Because actually, it's not the draft class because they got Chapman in there, right? So. Giants had one of the best drafts in 2024 with each member contributing. Let's examine the value provided. Now, as I said, the Giants now once again can knock it out of the park once again because we have more picks this year too. Right? We got a first, a second, a third, and 2 fourths. We should have 2 fourths. So, right. So if we can knock it out of the park with those 5 guys, man, that would be fantastic. Really great. Giants had one of the most successful drafts last year. The team received solid production from all 6 picks, who are now part of the franchise foundation moving forward. Led by Malik Nabers and running back Tyler Nubin, only the 3rd pair of rookie teammates to eclipse 1,000 all-purpose yards apiece. The entire class received stellar grades from Pro Football Focus and its year-end review of all 32 draft classes from last year. Let's break it down. All right, Malik Nabers. The 6th overall pick came as advertised, showing big play potential and the kind of explosiveness the Giants haven't had in the receiving game for a while. 21-year-old wide receiver who received a 87 grade enjoyed an overall outstanding inaugural NFL season, setting a new franchise record for receptions and receptions by a rookie with 109 while recording 1,204 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns and 882 offensive snaps. His 9 drops need to be cleaned up moving forward. You can almost, those drops. The one he had against the Commanders in Washington. We're moving. Of course, we didn't have a freaking kicker, but it's wide open. Ball hits him right here. He drops the freaking ball. Right, he should have caught it. 99 times out of 100 would have caught it. This was the one time he didn't. Right? He falls out of bounds, stop the clock. Of course, the Giants probably would have had a kick. Probably would have had to score a touchdown because I don't know if they were going to let the hammer out there trying to kick a field goal. Maybe, but who knows. But Malik Nabers was right around like the 10, 11-yard line, right? Would have gave us a first down, kept the, right? And possibly we could have scored a touchdown, won the game. You never overlook a drop pass, boy, because you never know. Drop the pass. Well, would that have given us a first down? Yeah, would that have kept the drive alive? Could we have marched down the field, chewed up some clock, maybe kicked a field goal, maybe scored a touchdown, but you dropped the pass, you killed the drive. Right? You dropped the pass, the defense just came off the field. Now they're tired. Now they got to go back on the field because you dropped the pass. It's coming right at you. It's like 3D, right? But if you kept if you caught the ball, or you kept the offense on the field, kept the defense on the sideline drinking Kool-Aid, right? Getting all nice and toasty and warm and all rested up and everything. So when they had to go back on the field, maybe they could have stopped the other team's offense. Right? A lot of things to think about, right? Nabers, who was a frequent NFL Pepsi Zero Sugar Rookie of the Week nominee, a Pro Bowler, and the 5th runner-up for the Offensive Rookie of the Year honors, can assert himself as one of the top players at his position in no time. Absolutely. Then you talk about Andrew Phillips in the 3rd round. Shane found good value in the 3rd round of the draft, scooping up Andrew Phillips, who finished with a 78.5 grade, third among rookie cornerbacks. Phillips gave defensive coordinator Shane Bowen 614 snaps, most of those in the slot, and he excelled against the run while holding his own in pass coverage. But once again, he needs to stay healthy. He totaled 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles, 1 sack, 71 combined tackles, 7 tackles for loss in 14 games. So he missed 3. But Phillips has a stalwart presence to pair with a lockdown coverage corner going forward. Absolutely. Phillips' impact was fully displayed each week, but the squad's spotty defense made it hard to appreciate what this unsung Giants hero provided. Then they talk about Tyler Nubin. Nubin, the Giants' second-round draft pick and the 2023 All-American while at Minnesota, falls right in the middle of his position group. His 65.6 grade ranked him 6th among 12 rookie safeties during the 2024 campaign. He was the Giants' second leading tackle with 98 total, and of course he missed some games at the end of the season, or he might have led the team in tackles, behind team leader Micah McFadden, who also recorded 4 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Nubin is another contributor who can make a difference in the run defense and help New York's secondary become a more well-rounded and dependable unit in the future. A season-ending ankle injury denied him a chance of racking up more production this past season, but the former Golden Gopher star could be poised for a standout sophomore year in the NFL. And of course, we're talking about Tyrone Tracy. Now, we're not talking, he's not, Barry Sanders or this or that and like that, but, for what our offense is and the offensive line we had and all of that, the guy got well over 1,000 yards all purpose, and he didn't even start all the games. 5th round pick, you got to give the guy some credit. And the guy, if you give him a hole or so, we've seen him take a few long runs to the house, right? Tyrone Tracy's 58.4 grade seems kind of low, as does his ranking 8th out of 10 running backs in the draft. But that could be due to Tracy not getting the running back role number 1 until 5 weeks into the season. When he did get that, Tyrone Tracy delivered. Giants' 5th round pick out of Purdue and Iowa accrued 839 rushing yards, 4.4 yards per carry, scored 5 touchdowns, added 38 receptions for 284 yards and another score. Tracy surprisingly graded lower than teammate Devin Singletary and Ezekiel Elliott, who averaged less than 4 yards per rushing attempt compared to Tracy's 4.4 yards. I don't know how possibly he can grade worse than Ezekiel Elliott. As was probably the case with Tracy in the draft, it seems people were sleeping on Tracy as a viable run game option. It's too soon to say if Tracy will blossom into a workhorse or even a Pro Bowl running back. But with the position having made a comeback this past year, he should, at the very least, be in line for an increased opportunities in 2025, where he can solidify his place as a key component of the Giants' backfield for the next few seasons. And, of course, then there's the rest. It was a very good draft class. The praise for the Giants rookie class wasn't just limited to the draft picks. Interior offensive lineman Jake Kubas, right, who went undrafted but made the 53-man roster, earned a 60.3 grade with 197 snaps. Yeah, it's just some good, decent, depth. Right? Kubas. Fellow undrafted free agent defensive and Elijah Chapman. Yes. Showed some promise. He had 423 rotational snaps, finished with the 58.9 grade. Some good depth, right? 6th round pick, Darius Mirasow, pressed into 435 snaps at inside linebacker, thanks to injuries at the position, received the 56.8 mark. Just some good depth, right? Also, seeing quite a bit on special teams as well, too. 4th round pick, Theo Johnson, the promising young tight end, whose season was cut short due to a foot injury after 681 snaps, finished with a 53.5 grade. Shane and the rest of the decision makers are under pressure to deliver an encore for the 2025 class as the Giants look to climb out of the cellar and back into relevance. That would be obviously one of the biggest things, right? That would help Shane out big time, right? Would be another real good solid draft class. Now you figure, right? What he did with the first 5 picks, right? You figure, with Malik Nabers, right? With Nubin, with Phillips, with Johnson, with Tracy, right? And his first 5 picks, right? Well, should have a first this year, a second, a third, and 2 fourths, right? So once again, if you can those top 5 picks, right? If they can be what I mean, starters. The only one wasn't a starter was Musal. Basically, he was when there was some injuries, right? But I mean, right? Tracy, 5th round pick, right? After 4 or 5 games, he became the running back number 1, right? Theo Johnson, I think he was the starter from week 1. Now you don't know whether you've been the starter if Waller didn't retire. Don't know. But from week 1, Theo Johnson, starter, right? A 3rd round pick, Andrew Phillips, plug and play, right? Tyler Nubin, plug and play, safety, right? Of course, Malik Nabers, right? So, I mean, right? First 5 picks, all starters, right? If you can do the same thing again this year, that'd be absolutely fantastic, especially because especially the 3rd round, the 4th round, the 3rd, so important to hit on those picks because you always need, even if they aren't starters, you need depth, quality depth, but you need cheap, right? Because you can't, can't have everybody on the roster making $10 million, right? Just can't do it. So, all right, guys, been 1 hour and 46 minutes. Vinny G, man, as always, brother, good talking to you. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I greatly appreciate it. So, whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching a replay this, once again, thank you so much from Bob Hart. Means the world to me. So always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants! Woo! Oh, yeah.